Hey everyone, Hank with Outer Rim Travels here, coming to you from Disneyland. We're here at the Disneyland Hotel, staying at the Villas, opened very recently. It's been quite an eventful day. Our flight landed in Houston, and due to weather, we were stuck there for like 4 hours. So we were supposed to arrive here about 11:30 and instead got here about 3:30. Needless to say, it's thrown all my plans out the window. Couldn't go visit the Pixar Place Hotel, which I wanted to tour. We had to cancel lunch. I mean, it's been just insanity, but it doesn't matter. We're here at Disneyland and we're super excited. Oh, they also lost my bag. The airlines lost my luggage. It ended up somewhere else, and they said it will arrive tonight by 8 p.m. here at the hotel. So there goes my Star Wars outfit, but as you can see, I picked up a new one at the Star Wars Outpost at Downtown Disney. I mean, I'm just excited to be here. We're gonna have an awesome night tonight inside Disneyland for Star Wars Nite. You know, stuff happens. What are you gonna do? Kind of just roll with it, you know, and keep going. Just super, super happy to be here. The hotel is beautiful. It smells like the Contemporary. So if you know me, you know I love that smell over there. You're gonna get to see that in a minute. I'm gonna show you the room real quick. And then we're heading out to Disneyland for Star Wars Night because we're super late. Wanted to be at the gate at 6 p.m. when it opens. Didn't happen. It's going to be more like 7. Luckily, the event officially opens at 9 and we've got till 1 a.m. So long night ahead of us. All right, join me, you guys. Let's go. Come on.
And welcome to my room at the Villas at the Disneyland Hotel. As you walk in on the right, you've got the bathroom. Look at the detail in the mirror. Super nice shower, and the toilet in its own separate space. We did have a Princess and the Frog theme room, so you had those little details throughout. As you walk into the space, you've got your Murphy bed right there, and a little kitchenette with your closet. That queen-size Murphy bed is more comfortable than you think. Regular queen bed there, a little couch off to that side, and your vanity, desk area, flat screen, and dressers. Here's what it looks like when you've got the Murphy bed open. So back down to the lobby. Love that mural, just so beautiful. There's Tiana. And Anna and Elsa. You've got the lobby space as you walk in, over on this side. And then an area for DVC members to ask questions, that kind of thing. Check out the memorabilia. Steamboat Willie. Outside, you've got Palm Breeze Bar, which is where we had our lunch reservations we were unable to make. Next time for sure. It's a very casual, open space. They're supposed to have a really, really killer chicken sandwich. Then off to the right, you're going to find some of the recreation area, and you've got the splash zone for the kids, which is super cute. There he is, Steamboat Willie. Look at that gorgeous pool. Each building is decorated with these color swatches that actually represent different Disney films. I thought that was super interesting. Really nice addition to the Disneyland Hotel. We enjoyed our stay so much. But before long, we were off to Star Wars Nite. Here's a quick look at the lanyards and booklets that you receive as you walk into the event. Speaking of booklet, let's check out the guide map. So you've got all your tastes from around the galaxy, different treats you could have, different sections of the park. And then on the reverse, you had all the ongoing events throughout the evening. So the big map of Disneyland and where you could find, you know, your meet and greets and the different things that take place throughout the evening. It was actually really helpful. There you've got your Galactic Encounters and photo ops. So that's what helped us figure out, you know, where all the characters were throughout the night.
Okay, we made it into Disneyland for Star Wars Nite, and check-in was super easy. I had the ticket on my Magic Band Plus. boom, they take your picture real quick, and you're in. So the event starts at 9. We have a few hours of light left, and we're going to see if we can join some meet and greets. All right, let's head on in.
Because we arrived past 7, the meet and greet lines were already out of control. But we did the Sleeping Beauty walkthrough of the castle, and it was super cool to see it turn from daytime castle to Star Wars Nite, where it's split dark side and light side. The first attraction we did actually ride was Hyperspace Mountain, and it was phenomenal with the Star Wars overlay. I was feeling a bit hungry, so it wasn't long before I found myself at Alien Pizza Planet to try those blue noodles.
All right, we're here at Alien Pizza Planet, where they had the blue noodle salad, and it was actually really tasty. If you like your burrata and you like pesto, definitely for you. I don't like cold noodles, so that's a little weird. But overall, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. Let's head on to the next Star Wars treat.
Over at Galaxy's Edge, my friend Lee picked up the Toydaria Swirl, and it was not a hit. He gave it 1 star. But Chopper was roaming around, which was really cool. Chopper and Hera, got to see them for a bit. We kept bouncing from one side of the park to the other, so back in Tomorrowland, we went to see Luke, Leia, and R2. There they are. They don't give you much time to pose. You have to kind of walk past, grab your selfie, and move along. Next, we jumped on Star Tours, and the new scenes with Ahsoka and the Purrgil are amazing. Loved it. Of course, the Dark Lord of the Sith himself had to make an appearance. Again, just like with Luke and Leia, you kind of walk past Darth Maul and Darth Vader and attempt to grab your selfie. Vader's always impressive, though. Most impressive. And seeing Emperor Palpatine make an appearance was really, really creepy. The cast member they picked was spot on. Then, of course, Phasma did her march, which I actually miss at Hollywood Studios. Main Street USA was decorated, half of the street, with projections of dark side, and then on the other side you had the light side. And throughout the evening you could vote whether you were light side or dark side. And then they'd make a big announcement, of which side won. Here you've got the DJ, and there you go, choose your side. So you would do that, scan a barcode, and the light side happened to win the time that I voted. Here is Padme Amidala. And again, the cast member that they picked was just fantastic. She did a really, really great job. Back at Star Wars Launch Bay, we finally got to see Jabba the Hutt. There he is. And Salacious Crumb. We have been trying throughout the evening to get that photo. And of course, Han Solo in Carbonite. It truly is a special event for Star Wars fans. And we got to see the Cantina Band. Almost missed them, caught them on the last spin around Rivers of America.
Well, Star Wars Night was a total blast. We finally got to do many of the meet and greets, including Jabba the Hutt, which had a long wait, but had a blast, tried some different foods and things, and hopped on different rides in 10 minutes. So definitely had a nice time here at Star Wars Night. Tomorrow, California Adventure. See you over there.
Since we don't get the Avengers over at Walt Disney World, I tend to start at Avengers Campus whenever I visit California Adventure.
Good morning, everybody. We're here at California Adventure at Avengers Campus. We're going to knock out Web Slingers and Mission Breakout first, and then head over to Cars Land and try and get into Radiator Springs. Depends on the lines. But we're very excited. Pixar Fest is going on, so we're going to catch the parade, have little bites to eat and treats,
and it's a little overcast. Hopefully it won't rain. We had a nice day yesterday, but boy, am I exhausted. We got back from Star Wars Nite about 1:30, and the alarm rang at 6 a.m. We are bananas. 6 a.m., jump in the shower. We were here for rope drop at 7:30. So join me. It's going to be a really fun day. Come on.
If you haven't had a chance to ride web slingers, can't recommend it enough. I mean, it's quite a workout, but it's super, super fun.
Hey, what's up? I'm Peter Parker.
There he is.
We get access to some pretty awesome tech. My brain from Wakanda, where this crazy alien juice stuff we have, particles and Star Tech. It all helps us develop really cool stuff like these spider bots, for example. Check it out. They have this really cool sofa. This is awesome. What a big stuff.
Oh boy.
But anyway, you guys are
Here we
here
go.
to test the web slinger vehicle. Using onboard tech, you will be able to sling web just like my buddy Spider-Man.
Here's a quick shot of that ride vehicle in actual size. The attraction does remind me a bit of Toy Story Mania. So it's that type of thing where you're, shooting at the objects on the screen. But somehow this one is a lot cooler. Oh, and as we exited, there was a cast member testing the Spider-Bot. So you can purchase them, and like at Galaxy's Edge with the droids, you can play with them in this little area.
Web Slingers was so awesome, and I won that first round. We're going to head inside the store, check out some of the merch.
If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I love my merch. Check out the hats. And there are the Spider-Bots. You can pick one of those up. So many cool things. T-shirts and look, Spidey masks. There's the Spidey Nuimo. We've got costumes for kids. And there's the t-shirt that Peter Parker himself was wearing during that presentation. Just so much cool stuff. We could not leave the area without checking out Spidey's little stunt show. Pretty good, right? And this just never ceases to amaze me. It's also pretty cool when Spidey finally makes it down to ground level and then he high-fives everyone, that's standing across the building. Really cool stuff. I know the purists will disagree, but I love Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout so much. I wish they would bring it over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Just really, really cool update. Okay, ready to ride the Incredicoaster with me? Here we go. Look, you can see the Pixar Place Hotel from up here. I honestly haven't decided if I like it better during the daytime or at night. It's definitely a different experience, depending on what time you ride Incredicoaster. But it's always just so much fun. And yes, you do go upside down this one time on this loop. Yeah, Incredicoaster is definitely in my top 5 attractions over on the West Coast at Disneyland. It actually lasts quite a bit too, so it's not like Tron where you're, on and off in 60 seconds. This one, it definitely takes its time, and I love that. So what do you think of Incredicoaster? Is it in your top 5? Let me know in the comments below.
That was awesome! Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Say hi. Whoa.
And soon it was time for lunch, so we made our way over to Lamplight Lounge. We had our reservations all set. Lamplight is known for its lobster nachos. Check that out. But this is Pixar Fest. I wanted to try the aguachile tostadas and the coalnut puffs, inspired by Elemental. The inside was this raspberry mousse. Everything was super tasty at Lamplight. The lines were a bit crazy for Radiator Springs, so we decided to leave it for later in the day. You'll see that in a bit. In the meantime, we walked over to the Grand California because there were some Star Wars treats inside the hotel. So check out the Galactic creation. Yes, this masterpiece is made of chocolate and Rice Krispie treats. Then they had a section with all kinds of other little goodies, cookies, and there's the Wookiee Whoopie Pie, say that fast 3 times, Millennium Falcon chocolate bar, and lightsaber pretzels, things like that. We did get a chance to check out Pixar Fest's Better Together parade. It was really cute. It's amazing how many cool characters Pixar has given us over the years. There's the big red panda from Turning Red. And characters from Up. As well as Inside Out. And of course, the big finale has characters from Toy Story, the one that started it all. And there's Miguel from Coco. It's a really nice time. We enjoyed that parade so much. Finally, it was time to ride Radiator Springs. Another top 5, I'd say, of my favorite West Coast attractions. And just like with Galaxy's Edge, the attention to detail in Cars Land is just mind-blowing. All right, here we go. Yeah, this just never gets old. The first-time riders in our group loved it so much they got back in the queue to do it again. You can imagine by this point I was exhausted, but I had to go see World of Color 1. And in honor of May the 4th, I figured I'd show you some of the scenes from the Star Wars section. Now just picture John Williams' iconic score, and you get the complete picture. I mean, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So beautiful. The presentation does bring us through all the movies and even into some of the TV shows. There you go. There's Grogu. All I can say is this show is so worth staying up for. Please don't miss it if you're visiting Disney's California Adventure. After the show, we decided to walk back to our hotel and we swung by Pixar Place Hotel. If you recall, my plan on the first day was to tour the hotel, but hey, better late than never. They've done such an incredible job reimagining this property. It was actually my first choice. This is where I wanted to stay, but it was sold out. Hey, not knocking the Disneyland villas at all, but this is the brand new one, and I will stay here at some point. I love seeing all the Pixar characters throughout the hotel, and it kind of gives me that art of animation vibe. If you've stayed at that property at Walt Disney World, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's time to visit the happiest place on Earth. And there's Walt's apartment. Light is always on.
Morning from Disneyland, and happy May the 4th. It's going to be an awesome Star Wars day. We're heading into Batu West, of course, but I've got a really nice day planned. We booked Blue Bayou for lunch. That'll be my first time ever. Tough to get a reservation. You've got to book it at 60 days prior, right at 6 a.m. So managed to grab one of those. And then we're going to ride the attractions, things like Matterhorn, Mr. Toad, Alice in Wonderland, Pinocchio, the things that we don't have over on the East Coast at Walt Disney World. But we've got a nice day ahead of us. Join me. It's going to be really, really nice. Even though, of course, it is a little overcast, but, you know, gotta kind of roll with the punches. Let's head on into the park. Come on.
Let's kick things off with Matterhorn bobsleds. This time they were really nice and let me sit in the front row, so we've got a better POV video. She's a bumpy one, but somehow in this attraction I don't mind it so much. Can you imagine being Bob Gurr, the engineer responsible for Matterhorn bobsleds, and having Walt Disney come to you and say, you know, let's design the first tubular steel roller coaster in the world? Crazy, right? Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd, but I think Imagineers like Bob Gurr are just geniuses in their own right. That was awesome. Now we're just gonna walk across the way over to Alice in Wonderland. And this is the first time that I've ever ridden Alice in Wonderland. It's kind of like Peter Pan at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. It's always packed. So because we had early park entry, took advantage of it and enjoyed it so much. It really is a cute one. And guys, I cannot recommend the DJI Pocket 3 enough. Low light level is what captured this incredible footage that you're seeing right now. This is the only attraction that I know of that takes you outside on the roof of the building. I mean, how cool is that? there's the Matterhorn right there. We definitely enjoyed this attraction, and I'm glad I finally had a chance to ride it. Oh, one last little tea party to celebrate Alice's unbirthday. An attraction that has become one that I ride every single time is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's a little tough to film, but I love it and kind of miss it over at Magic Kingdom. Sure, Winnie the Pooh is cute and all, but this is a wacky ride for sure. It's really interesting if you think about it that Walt Disney felt Mr. Toad was a strong enough character, to deserve his own ride at his theme park. But I will say, the trip through hell just never gets old. Every time you feel the heat in that room, it's just so cool. Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty creepy for little kids. All right, let's head over to New Orleans Square for lunch at Blue Bayou. And I've been trying to get this reservation for ages. Just so nice that you get to dine and watch little boats float into the attraction. Here is the Monte Cristo, and it was fabulous. Then, of course, afterwards, we had to hop on the ride ourselves. And here's a shot from the little boat, and you can see our table from here. I don't like to compare the two, but this Pirates of the Caribbean is longer than the one we have at Walt Disney World in Florida. And some of the early scenes are unique to the Anaheim version. Of course, once you get to this section, the attraction is pretty much identical to the one we have at Walt Disney World in Florida. So I'm sure some of this will look familiar to you. You can hear the theme in your head, can't you? This dog has been teasing these pirates with that key for even longer than it has at Walt Disney World. We
just had lunch at Blue Bayou, and that was a bucket list item for me. The Monte Cristo was absolutely delicious. 5 out of 5 stars. And I mean, just the ambiance of sitting there, and watching the little boats go on by into the attraction, into Pirates of the Caribbean. Fantastic. And they actually were really cool and gave us a river view seat. So, I mean, perfect. Could not ask for just a better lunch experience here at Blue Bayou. So happy.
We decided to wrap up our day with some meet and greets and went over to the Pixar area. There's Ember and Wade from Elemental, but we got to meet Barley from Onward, which actually is the character that I want to meet. He was awesome. Super friendly and a huge character. But of course, it was Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Had to meet Ahsoka herself. That was pretty cool.
Well, that does it for May the 4th here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. It's been an awesome few days. We've got to go back home, unfortunately, but we had a lovely time. I managed to get my May the 4th cap, and I had it embroidered with Disneyland, so they did that, for us, for my friend and I. That's all for now. We are going to have one last breakfast tomorrow with my sister, who flew in from Vegas. She's having her couple of days, and then we're back in Miami. All right, that's all for now. Gotta hit the hay. Super tired. All right.
Our final morning, we had breakfast at Tangaroa Terrace, and were a little surprised by the menu.
We're here at Tangaroa Terrace, and breaking news for you. The Tangaroa toast is history. Gone. They've removed it from the menu. They changed the menu on Tuesday, which is why we were not able to order in the mobile app this morning. So we kind of had to make the short line, but very disappointing. That's why we planned to come here in the morning, just for that toast. They have no idea why they changed it, but I'm a little bummed by that. I'll let you see what it looks like in a sec.
This standard French toast just does not measure up.
Anyway, it was a really lovely time. So aside from the, disappointing breakfast here, had a wonderful, Star Wars weekend and some of the Pixar Fest stuff. Now, heading back to Miami. But before you know it, we'll be back at Walt Disney World. So there's always more Mickey in my future. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Really helps. And if you like the video, make sure to thumbs up. And I will catch you on the next one. As always, have an out of this world day. Take care, everybody.